So much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Danvers High School in Danvers, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some high school JV girls soccer action between the hosting Danvers High Falcons and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Bright, sunny day, visibility a bit of an issue on my end, at least when it comes to viewing the screen on my laptop, which has my rosters. So I'm going to do the best that I can to keep up with the names of everybody here. This my first game. Of course, those of you who've been following, and we're already disconnected. Oh, that's a great start. Brookline trying to clear the ball. It's sent way up to Brookline's number 10, Birdie Hawkins, and we've got a whistle stopping play, and that's going to give the ball back to Danvers. Free kick from Danvers is deflected in the air. Deflects all the way back to the Danvers side of the field. Number 4 kicks it, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Throw in from number 3, who is not on the JV roster I was given. Of course, these rosters can, change as the season goes. So if there's anyone in the live chat who knows who number 3 is for the Brookline JV girls soccer team, let me know in the live chat. Throw in is booted back out of bounds. Throw in again, and it's going to be taken easily by Brookline's number 17, Greta Radke. And Brookline tries to clear, but it's stolen back by the Falcons. Now knocked away and cleared out by Brookline's number 25, Babette Hall. Now number 3 bringing the ball down the near side, stops, surveying her options, stolen away by Danvers number 8. It goes back to 17, Radke. Pass back to number 3, now to the middle. They're trying to work it around the triangle there, but just broken up by the Falcons. And that's going to be booted out of bounds. Radke throws it in to number 16, Ashley Cherwin. Now it's passed back to number 32, goes back to Radke. Radke sends it back to Hall. Swung out to the far side of the field. Brookline works it across midfield. Pass broken up by Danvers, knocked down and taken by Birdie Hawkins. Passed back to number 28, Ava Berkson. A couple of passes, and now Brookline trying to attack, broken up by Danvers. Ball's knocked down. Brookline takes back over, Berkson with the ball. Long pass finds number 3. Now to Hawkins, give and go back to 3, and it's broken up by number 4 from Danvers. That is going to be out of bounds, Brookline's ball. Radke throws it in, knocked back to Radke. Radke pops one in the air. Deflected and gets away from everybody. That's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Brookline. Another throw in from Radke. It's knocked back to number 3. It's the field. Now dribbling in, firing a shot! That one's in! A beauty of a shot gets Brookline on the board first. I believe it's a bit hard to read the jersey number from across the field, but I believe that is number 4, Emily Snyder. So Brookline takes the early 1-0 lead here in the first half. A beauty of a shot from Snyder. Now this one broken up by Hall, pass ahead, finds Cherwin. Cherwin can't dribble through traffic, stolen back by Danvers. Berkson breaks it up, gets it to Cherwin. Cherwin cannot get a pass through, broken up by number 4. Berkson sending it back to Hall, almost stolen away by 22, but Hall manages to get it away, working it up midfield. Pass to the outside. Attempted leading pass for Snyder. Now on the second attempt, it actually gets to Hawkins. Hawkins loses it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Danvers. Ball's thrown in to Cherwin. Cherwin gets around her defender. Now fires to the middle, and it's scooped up by the keeper. High bounce. Knocked back by Cherwin. Gets it back to number 32, Lila Cannon. Now Hall sends a pass to the outside to number 3. Pass goes back to Radke, broken up by Danvers, number 22. Sends a pass ahead to 6. Recovered, passed back to 13. Now a pass back ahead to 6. 6 trying to dribble through. Gets through everybody. Shot goes high. Attempted rebound. They couldn't get a clean foot on it, and it's scooped up by the keeper. Apologies for the repeated disconnections. Not much, unfortunately, that I can do about shaky Wi-Fi. If it gets really egregiously bad, I'll post the recorded version. In the meantime, number 3 gets tripped up. No foul call. Play continues. Number 6 back to number 13 for Danvers. Lifts it towards the middle. Deflects to Radke. Radke sends it back to Hall. Hall swings it across to number 19, Meredith Christ. Couple passes, winds it back with number 3, fights through her defender. Number 3 dribbling, trying to get around another defender. Had a bit of a lane, but not enough of one as her shot misses wide. Is Jada Kimbrough. She's listed on the roster as number 18, but it's, again, possible, had to change her jersey for some reason. So for right now, I'll assume that that's correct and that number 3 is Jada Kimbrough. Again, if anyone notices anything, let me know. Ball is taken by Danvers in midfield. Pass to the far side is going to go too far, and that's going to be out of bounds. Throw in from Snyder. Now I believe that's Hawkins fighting up the far side. Pass back. Now lifted ahead. Number 19. Oh, that's not Hawkins. That's number 22, Hazel Rails. Or Rayless. Throw in goes back to Cannon. Long passed back to Christ. Now pass back to Hall. And it's kicked out of bounds. This will go to the Falcons. Throw in. Bounces past everybody. Christ knocks it out of bounds. Throw in. Stolen away, I think by Cannon, lifted ahead to Rails. Rails fighting through, gets a pass ahead. This one's to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to speed up the far side. Still going. Hawkins pass to the middle is deflected wide. And that was deflected wide off of a Danvers defender, so that's actually going to be a corner kick for Brookline. Ava Berkson kicks it in, and Kimbrough's shot misses wide. That one came in low bouncing, but it was almost perfectly set up for Kimbrough. She just couldn't quite turn around as much as she needed to. She didn't have the angle she wanted on that one, and so it sails wide. Still 1-0, the score in favor of Brookline, with the lone score coming off the boot of Emily Snyder. This one deflected by Kimbrough. Kimbrough fighting for it. Touch pass through to Hawkins. Hawkins, the shot rolls in wide. And it went off the keeper's hand, so that's going to be another corner kick for Brookline. Eva Berkson setting up to kick from the corner once again. Berkson's kick, line drives to the middle and almost touched again. Found a teammate perfectly as Lila Cannon swooped in to try and knock that one in, but again, just didn't quite get the angle. Goal kick coming up for the Falcons. Lifted down the far side, taken by Rails. Rails, centering pass to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to fight through to the defenders, but she gets swarmed and is cleared out. Kick by Rails is deflected down. Now another shot is going to go wide. That one off the foot of Berkson. Goal kick, knocked down by Kimbrough, taken by Hawkins. Hawkins sends it down the far side for Rails. She can't quite chase it down. Getting there first was Danvers number 19, Lila Flynn. Throw in for Brookline. And now a scrum for the ball. It's knocked out of bounds, last touched by number 5, Liv Ferrulo. Quick throw in. It's knocked back. Long kick now is going to bounce into the arms of the keeper. Punted. Bouncing along. It's taken by Danvers for a second, but then cleared out by Cannon. Now Rails swoops in, gets a pass to Kimbrough. Kimbrough looking for her opening, tries to pass, and it's taken away. Gets knocked over to 22. Her pass gets through the defense and gets to 17. Now lifted ahead. It deflects the wrong way, though. Berkson gets it away to Hawkins. Hawkins sends it to the outside to Kimbrough. Kimbrough's got a bit of a lane here going down the near side. Kimbrough cannot cut around her defender, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good defensive hustle by number 11, Ellie Frost. Kick goes up the middle, deflects and gets to Cherwin. Cherwin dribbling through, tries a pass, deflected away, and cleared out. Berkson chases it down in the middle, gets it to Cherwin. Cherwin passes, nobody there, and it's taken away by Danvers, but now knocked away by Berkson. Cleared back out again, gets to number 17. Kimbrough trying to break it up and apply the forward pressure, and Danvers loses it out of bounds. So successful on the offensive pressure. Radke throws it in, and it's knocked out of bounds once again by the Falcons. Radke throws it in, misses Cannon, and it's taken away by Danvers, number 22. Long pass, gets past Christ, but Hall can't clear it. It's deflected back. She has to pass it back to Tracy. Tracy now kicks it out of there. They were working against the wind on that one as a gust blows through, but now Snyder working it up the far side. Brookline can't finish the clear as Danvers takes it back. Stolen now by Cherwin, passed back to Hall. Hall a long kick across midfield. Deflected, now taken by Cherwin. Cherwin trying to speed through a lane. Her pass broken up. She had Kimbrough streaking down the near side. Now they get it to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gets through one defender. Now passes to the middle. Finds a target, touched back to Cherwin. Shot is saved. That was some good ball movement by Brookline to get the ball upfield and set up a pretty decent shot for Cherwin on that one. Now scrumming for it in the middle. Still scrumming for it. Berkson applying pressure. It's taken by Danvers, but lifted too far and out of bounds. After some subs check in, ball's thrown in, knocked back to Radke, lifted for Kimbrough. No offsides, but just broken up by number 9 as Kimbrough chases it back down, trying to work her way in. Centering pass, tried to go back out to Kimbrough, broken up, and now it's taken away by Danvers. Good efforts defensively there by number 9, Elizabeth Owen. Lifted down. Taken back by Brookline. Attempted clear is taken away by number 21. Fires a shot, broken up, goes back to number 21. And now it's cleared out. That was very close off the push from Sabina Sturgeon as she was fighting against Brookline's number 27, Ayla Cohen. Now again, fighting a little, it gets knocked out of bounds. Brookline still leading 1-0 as this is going to be a corner kick for the Falcons. Corner kick is lifted high, and it goes off the post. That's one of the weirdest bounces off the post I've ever seen. That one went right off the corner. If this was a cartoon, the ball would have popped off the corner right there. Like all the air would have come out of it. Shh. But instead, it's just going to be a goal kick. Passed across to Cohen. Now sent to the far side to Snyder. Snyder, the lone goal scorer so far today, kicks it up the line, and that is going to roll out of bounds. Deflected out by Danvers, so Brookline gets the throw in, but a little too fast. And so the throw-in violation is going to give the ball back to the Falcons. Or maybe it was supposed to be Falcons' ball all along. I don't know. Either way, throw in down the line. Cohen breaks it up, takes it back, fakes out the striker, applying pressure, passes back to Snyder. Snyder works her way around one defender. Pass up the line is out of bounds. Danvers takes the ball back. Throw in deflected by Snyder. And this is a foul called against Brookline. Free kick coming up for the Falcons. Free kick is launched, and it's going to come in wide. Tracy getting ready for what is basically a goal kick, except they're going to give it to Hall. Slices this one. Kimbrough downs it, but it goes right to Danvers, number 6. Working along the edge. Knocked out by Hall. Number 6, Sophia Louis, was in coverage there. As Danvers throws this one in. Out of the scrum. It goes to Sherwin. And Sherwin knocks this one out of bounds. Another throw in. It's knocked back and forth. Louis takes it. Sophia Louis tries to get the favorable deflection but can't get it. Number 6 steals it. Hall comes in and walls it off and clears it upfield. Swan deflects out of bounds. Quick throw in from Hawkins, gets to Sherwin. Sherwin dribbling through, trying to get around her defender, broken up by number 9. Taken back by Kimbrough. Pass back. That's number 12. Pass to Sherwin, broken up. Number 12 is Nye Ozzie. Pass to Cannon. Cannon sends it out to the far side to Snyder. Snyder kicks it upfield, finds an open Hawkins. Hawkins touching to the outside to Rails. Rails centering kick. And, oh, good save. Not sure if it deflected off the foot of the defender or off the foot of Hawkins. But either way, good hands by the keeper. Keeps this at 1-0. Danvers working up the line. And that's going to be Danvers' ball. Throw in. Deflected, lifted high. Gets to Kimbrough. Kimbrough turns around and kicks it a little too far, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Throw in. And hard collision. Knocks the ball loose. Hawkins passes back to Sherwin. Back ahead to Hawkins. And broken up. And cleared out. Believe this is Cannon, I think. Kicking a long leader. It's a little too long, and it's scooped up by the keeper. This one's punted. This one is going to go off Kimbrough's foot and out of bounds. Throw in. Gets to Danvers, number 3, who gets around Kimbrough. Pass to the middle to number 5. Pass is deflected, but taken by 17. Kicked up to number 6. Now pass to the middle, number 3. Sending it through to number 21. No offsides. They have to close the gap, and that one is going to be snuck in the corner for the equalizer. No offsides call, and the goal is scored by Danvers number 21, Sabina Sturgeon. All knotted up now at 3 apiece. A collection of substitutions on both sides. Or a large number of substitutions back. Out of the scrum, it's knocked loose, and it's taken by Ozzie and kicked out of bounds. Throw in goes right out of bounds. Louis throws it in. Flex off Azzy. Couple passes taken away by Cannon and launched upfield. Kicked back by Danvers. Number 11 pass to the outside. Now knocked towards the middle to 27. Tries a touch pass through. Hall tries a clear. It's deflected. And swooping in and taking it is Cora Tracy. Tracy punts it. Bounces past a couple players, and it's taken for a second by Hawkins, but then taken away by number 22. It gets back to number 11. Pass to the outside is taken by Brookline. That is number 19, Meredith Christ. Passes it up the line, and Rails could not keep it in bounds, but it's out off of Danvers. Or is it? No, it's out off of Brookline. 1-1 the score here in the first half. Emily Snyder, the goal scorer for Brookline. Sabina Sturgeon for Danvers. Couple more subs checking in now for Brookline. Throw in here is immediately kicked out of bounds by number 13. This one is booted in the air by number 22. And kicking it out of bounds is Cohen. Danvers tries to touch through the middle, too crowded, and it's cleared out. Gets to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to force it through. Gets it to Rails. Rails starting to dribble. Is met by number 11, who gets it away. Pass now to the outside, aimed at 13. Kicked down the line. Centering kick. I don't think they got to it in time, and so that's going to be a goal kick for Brookline. Looks like the goal kick is being taken by Cohen. And she's just going to swing it across. It's sent to the near side to Louis. Now passed back. Swung back to Cohen, who lifts it high, gets it to Kimbrough. Kimbrough touches it along, but it's taken away by 11. Cherwin applying pressure, and Cherwin takes that one away. Ashley Cherwin gets a pass through to an open Kimbrough. Jada Kimbrough taking off, fires a shot, and it slices the wrong way. Some good efforts. Good efforts by Ashley Cherwin in the middle. You know, asserting her physical presence there to get the ball away, and then a nice pass to an open Kimbrough. Almost leads to the go-ahead score. Scrumming for the ball. It's taken by Danvers. Pass intercepted for a second by Louis, but couldn't keep control of it. Now this pass taken away by Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to stay with it, but it's kicked away. Now recovered by Berkson. Pass to the outside, knocked away. Recovered by Berkson. Berkson trying to work it down the far side, but runs out of room. Danvers trying to clear it out, but it's taken by Christ. Pass towards the middle, and it's tapped ahead to Cherwin. Cherwin trying to send a pass through. Deflected. Hawkins trying to chase after it. Touches it out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough fakes out her defender. Pass to the middle. Hawkins couldn't get a foot on it, and it's scooped up by the keeper. Punt from the keeper is downed by Louis, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Throw in, collected by Louis, passed back to Radke, deflected away and taken by 22. Pass into the open field. Sturgeon chases that one down. Sturgeon kicks to the middle, broken up by Cohen, but recovered by number 22. Kick to the far side for 13. Berkson applying pressure. Berkson takes it away, kicks it upfield. Rails manages to keep it in bounds. Not. Couple deflections. Still going back and forth, now taken by Azzy. Azzy's kick deflected to the far side. It's collected by Rails. Rails a long kick. Bounces away. Chased down by Danvers. But Kimbrough takes it back. Kimbrough dribbling towards the middle. Pass to the outside. Finds Sherwin. Sherwin launches a shot. Goes off the top bar. Sherwin got some lift on that one, but just a little too much lift. This one deflected back. Danvers trying to work it up the far side, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to go to Brookline. Throw in, Berkson takes it, passes back to Azzy. Azzy lifts it out to the near side. Kimbrough chases it down, gets around her defender. Good move by Kimbrough. Dribbling in, pass, or no, that was a shot, and it's scooped up by the keeper. Just not enough juice on that one. It can be hard to build up speed and power on the ball when playing on grass out here. You know, surface just isn't as fast as turf. Cohen lifts it. Goes to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gets it to Sherwin. Back out to Kimbrough. And Kimbrough collides with number 11. It's knocked out of bounds. That'll force the corner kick. In comes Eva Berkson to launch the corner kick once again. Line drive, bounces through, taken for a second by Brookline, but an offsides or a foul call or some kind of call against Brookline is going to give it back to Danvers. Brookline almost had a look at a shot there. A couple more deflections and they might have had it, but not quite. They're working on the attack again. Nice through pass from Hawkins. Rails can't get a shot off though. And that misses wide. Just didn't get the one she wanted there. Still 1-1 here in the first half as this goal kick is lifted. Taken back. I believe this is Hawkins speeding through. Knocked away from her. And now Danvers trying to move the ball again. Brookline manages to take it, pass back to Cohen. Cohen passes up the line to Rails, who tries to center it, deflected a couple of times. Into the air it goes, taken by Hawkins. Hawkins, a long kick, off the mark for Kimbrough, and it's taken away by the Falcons. Pass, almost had an open pass there, but broken up by Radke. Hawkins passes it to Berkson, back through to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling, leading for Rails, but can't get there before the keeper. And I believe that is the whistle for halftime. If I am not mistaken. It is halftime. Our score at the end of the first half, Brookline 1, Danvers 1. Brookline's goal scored by Emily Snyder, Danvers goal scored by Sabina Sturgeon. So during this halftime intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spot. Language Virtual is a nonprofit organization made by Brookline High School students in order to help other students all over the world. Language Virtual offers free English language lessons online to students around the globe. These lessons are taught by volunteer high school students, many of them from right in Brookline, who are recruited by Language Virtual to teach these ELL lessons through the simplest, most tried and true method of learning a language: conversation. To date, Language Virtual has recruited over 100 teachers to teach over 700 students across more than 10 different countries. And with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Language Virtual has seen an influx of students of Ukrainian descent displaced by the war and hoping these English lessons can help them adjust to their new living situations. Visit languagevirtual.org to find out how you can register, either as a teacher or as a student. You can also donate money to Language Virtual to help them continue teaching students in need and fostering these worldwide connections. Once again, all the information you need about Language Virtual in the description section down below. You'll see the website URL that I just gave. And of course, as always, if you've enjoyed this broadcast, I know the sun's kind of brutal and the Wi-Fi has been in and out at times, but if you've been enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. We got plenty of Brookline High sports on the docket for this fall, so be sure to stay tuned. Subscribing to the channel can help. And if you got anything to say, feel free to say it in the live chat. We already had someone helping me out with a jersey number. But for now, we are in halftime, so I'm going to take a bit of a break off the mic. I will be back for the second half, 1-1 at half. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Danvers High School in Danvers, Massachusetts, bringing you live coverage of today's high school JV girls soccer matchup between the Brookline High Warriors and the Danvers High Falcons. We are knotted up at 1 apiece going in. A nice floating shot from number 4, Emily Snyder, gave the game its first score. But Danvers answered late in the first half with a goal by Sabina Sturgeon. So Danvers will have the opening possession here. Number 6, Gianna Sutherland, looks ready to get us started. Just awaiting the whistle from the official. And here we go. Pass goes back to number 3, across to number 27, but forward pressure coming from both Birdie Hawkins and Hazel Rails. Too much pressure for number 27, Kate Molina, and it's knocked out of bounds. Brookline gets the ball. Throw in goes to Ashley Sherwin. Kicked back to Babette Hall. Hall sends it out to the far side to Snyder, who kicks it up the line. Jada Kimbrough, I believe that is. Yes, Kimbrough trying to work down the far side. She's bringing the moves. Shot is saved. Kimbrough recovers, knocks it towards the middle. Chan stands tall, as that was a bit of an accident, slipping on the ball there. But now it's taken away by Snyder. Snyder turning around, passing it back to Hall. Swung across to Greta Radke. Now passed out to Meredith Christ. Christ passes to the middle, and it's broken up and stolen away. Long leading kick. Coming out of the net is Cora Tracy. They got past her, but just barely walled off by Snyder. That was a big chance for Sutherland, but just couldn't quite do it. Throw in goes to Sherwin, bounces past her and goes to Hawkins. Knocked out to Rails, pass back to Hawkins. Hawkins chases it down, trying to get around the edge. It's knocked out of, no, not out of bounds. Hawkins still battling for it along the back line, but ran out of room. Clear goes right to Sherwin, though. Sherwin launches a long kick across to the far side to Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to put on the fancy moves to get around her defenders, but runs out of room and has to pass back to Snyder, who kicks it up the middle, deflected, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick for Brookline. Corner kick coming. It's lifted high. Deflected off Sherwin, but kicked out. Perhaps a goal saved there by, I believe it was number 8, Megan Sears. Around her defenders. Cut off by Sears, but Rails stealing it back. Rails passes to Hawkins and knocked out of bounds by number 9, Elizabeth Owen. Throw in for Brookline. Gets to Sherwin. Sherwin touches it back to Christ, who gets it over to Rails. Rails gets around, kick to the middle, deflected in the air. Hawkins swoops in, keeps it in bounds. Centering pass, deflects to Sherwin. Sherwin can't get around her defender. She is cut off. And they managed to clear it out. Christ passes across to Berkson. Eva Berkson back to Radke. Now to the outside to Snyder. Snyder pass back to Hall. Hall back out to Snyder along the far side. Snyder pass ahead to Kimbrough. Kimbrough's kick deflected and taken back by the Falcons. And stolen back by Lila Cannon, but her pass taken by Eva Ferrulo. Now Danvers trying to work it up the field. And the kick is deflected out of bounds. Addison Lamar now going to be trying to throw it in. Bounces and cleared out by Hall. Sears trying to get around, gets a kick across field, deflects the wrong way, but gets right to Ferrulo. Ferrulo pass gets through to Molina, but knocked away from Molina and out of bounds off the foot of Radke. Sears throws it into Molina. Knocked out of bounds, this time by Cannon. Sears throws it in, knocked into the air by Cannon. Now Sherwin kicks it upfield, knocked back by Owen, but goes right back to Sherwin. Sherwin dribbling with speed, trying to force her way through, and finally gets swarmed by several defenders. It's knocked to the near side, where it's kept in bounds by Rails. Rails working down the back line, and no angle for the shot there, and that's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick coming from Owen. Into the air it goes. It's stopped by Cannon. Slices off her. Pass gets to number 3, Ashley Freitas. And now it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Danvers' ball. A little too physical on the back of number 10, Deanna Figueiredo. Kick deflects a couple times. Cannon clears it out. Sears, I believe, launched that one. It's being chased down by Sutherland on the near side. Now pass for Figueiredo, knocked away. Sutherland recovers, passes it back, pass to the middle, deflected away by Cannon and cleared out by Sherwin. Now Hawkins trying to win the foot race here, but cut off by number 19. Hawkins recovers loose ball for a second, but again stolen away by 19. Cleared up the field. Great defense by number 19, Lila Flynn. Cannon now trying to work it upfield. Sears cuts her off. Cannon still manages to deflect it forward. Owen tries to clear, deflected by Cannon, taken by Rails, kicked to the middle, knocked away. Owen clears. Ball is knocked away, kept in bounds by Rails. Her kick is deflected, and it's going to bounce to the keeper. And that's actually going to be a cry because it was last touched by the Falcons. Corner kick comes in high to Sherwin, but deflects away from her, and it's taken by Sutherland. Sutherland can't get through Radke. There's the whistle. I think some subs came in as that's a goal kick. And they're scrumming for it. Kimbrough gets the ball. Give and go with Hawkins. Kimbrough launches a shot. It's walled off. I think it was Owen who might have gotten the key deflection there. As Sherwin now recovers it, passes back to Christ, to the middle to Cannon. Cannon trying to work her way through, but it's broken up and kicked away. Radke tried to wall it off and keep up the pressure. It is recovered. And now Figueredo tries a pass, deflects. And now this one deflects off the foot of Berkson into open space. Taken by Rails, taken back by Sears. And out of bounds. That'll be Brookline ball. Or no, it's Danvers ball. They called a penalty on Brookline, and so this is a free kick. Sears launches this one high. Bouncing, and it's cleared by Radke. Kicked upfield. It gets to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gets around her defender. Gets around another. Kimbrough pass ahead, finds Hawkins. Hawkins touches it through to Sherwin. Sherwin sends it to Rails. Rails ran out of room, and it's cleared out by the Falcons. Pass now intercepted by Sherwin. Sherwin dribbling towards the middle, kicks through, and it bounces into the arms of the keeper. Punted. Deflected down and taken by, I believe, Figueredo. Kick deflected by Radke, but goes back to Lamar. And that one bounces all the way to Tracy. Tracy punts it. Bouncing along, it gets to Rails. Knocked out of bounds by Sears. Christ throws it into Rails. Rails kicks it through, but nobody there. Deflected. Now swooping in and taking it is Berkson. Berkson passes ahead just a little too far for Hawkins. Berkson to kick this corner kick for the Warriors. This one comes in low. It deflects weirdly. Sherwin tries to kick it, and that one's going to go wide. Still tied at 1 apiece here in the second half. No score so far here in the second frame. We got some subs checking in, I think. As Figueredo now trying to work her way around, gets a pass ahead to number 10, who is trying to get around several defenders, and she does, but then runs out of room, but she draws a penalty. That's Deanna Figueredo. Oh, shoot, that's Figueredo. Number 3 is Freitas. I got confused. Kick goes upfield and taken by the Falcons. This is Freitas trying to fight her way through. Gets a deflection over to number 17 and knocked away by Hall. Almost a chance for number 17, Mary Ellen Owen. Throws it in, deflected back to Owen. Popped into the air, downed. And again popped into the air, knocked down again. And a third time into the air, almost a big chance for Figueredo, but it's scooped up by Tracy. Deflected towards midfield, taken by Nye Azzi. Kicks to the outside. This might bounce too far. And it will bounce too far. Out of bounds. Could not be reached by Ayla Cohen. Throw in. Bounces past everyone. Taken by Lamar and then cut off by Snyder, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Danvers' ball. Throw in. Deflected down. Figueiredo trying to take control of it, but can't. Loses it out of bounds. Taken back by Brookline. Throw in. Deflects. Kicked up field. And booted back out. Throw in goes to Freitas. Lifted in the air. No room, and Figueiredo tries to kick. It's deflected away by Cannon, and it's going to be Danvers' ball. Throw in, deflected, taken for a second by Azzi, knocked away from her, but now taken by Cohen. Knocked away from Cohen. Off the deflections, it's taken again. Long kick upfield. Being chased down by number 11, Ellie Frost. And her kick deflects out of bounds off of Cohen. Throw in. Hall kicks it back. And it's out of bounds. Another throw in by Radke. Stopped by Sears. Kicked right back. Radke walls it off again. Tries to touch it ahead, but it's cut off by Ferrulo. Gets a pass ahead to Sturgeon. Sabina Sturgeon has scored once already today. Trying to work her way up the near side. Radke deflects it away. It goes out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick for the Falcons. Ferrulo getting ready to kick this one. Lifted high. Bouncing past everyone. Attempted shot is knocked out of bounds. That'll force another corner. Number 19, Lila Flynn, tried to get a foot on that one, but it was deflected out of bounds by Brookline, and so this will be another corner from the opposite side. Popped in the air. Knocked down by Molina, passed back out. Now stolen away. Cohen working the ball upfield. Kicks a long leading pass out to Hawkins. Hawkins has the ball, some space to work. Cuts in on her defender. Walled off by Frost, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds to force a corner. Good long leading kick from Ayla Cohen. Gave Hawkins the chance to work upfield. And so Brookline reverses field and forces a corner kick of their own. Here comes the corner. And it comes in on top of the net. That's going to be out of bounds for a goal kick. Goal kick goes up the middle. It's knocked down by Berkson. Berkson trying to take it away again, but it's knocked away. Gets to Molina. Ahead to Sutherland. Couldn't keep control of it. It's taken by Cohen. Cohen pass to the middle to Sherwin. Pass back to Christ. To the outside to Louis. Rails keeps it in bounds and gets it to Sherwin. Pass goes back to Christ. Towards the middle, off the mark, taken by Molina, but she slips and falls. Now Azzy applying pressure. Ball goes loose and is taken by Sherwin. Pass gets ahead to Kimbrough, who tried to touch it for Berkson, but she wasn't ready for it. Now kicked up field, cut off by Hall. Booted right back, knocked down. Azzy swoops in and knocks it loose, but it's taken by Freitas. Kick ahead, whiffed on the clear. Big chance for Sturgeon. Louis comes in and walls it off. Sturgeon trying to gain the edge once again, and she gets sandwiched by the defenders, still trying to force her way through, and she knocks it out of bounds and forces another corner. Near disaster for Brookline there. But good efforts by Sophia Louis. Now Ferrulo launching another corner kick. Knocked away by Sherwin. Hawkins takes it, kicks it upfield. It is stopped by Owen. Cleared away, but taken by Hawkins. Hawkins pass to Rails. Rails knocks it back to Hawkins, who's trying to lead for Rails again, but too far, scooped up by the keeper. Keeper punts it. Downed by Louis. Ferrulo knocks it through, but it goes right to Hall. Hall launches it out to the far side, and that's going to stay in bounds and be taken by Kimbrough. Kimbrough couldn't fight through her defender, and it's taken back by the Falcons. Kick is knocked down by Cohen. And then the pass to the middle off the mark, taken by Sherwin. Her pass deflected, recovered by Azzy. Azzy just barely gets it away to Louis, who passes it across to Hall. Hall lifts it across midfield, gets to Rails. Rails slices it in the air, gets to Hawkins. Hawkins couldn't get the touch on that she wanted. And now Danvers working on the clear. Sears with the ball, kicks it upfield, gets to Sturgeon. Sturgeon getting around Christ. Sturgeon trying to bring the speed along the near side. Running out of room, fires a shot. It catches the outside of the net. And that's going to be a goal kick. Sabina Sturgeon with one goal already today, and she's now applied pressure on a couple of big possessions, but now she subs out for, I believe, Addison Lamar. Hall with the goal kick, and that's just going to fly out of bounds. Danvers tries to work it to the middle. It's taken away by Sherwin. Kimbrough throws it in, and I think they had to wait for a substitution or something. Now Kimbrough throws it in. And now a throw-in violation is going to give the ball back to Danvers. Way through once again. Now Sherwin sends a leading pass to a wide open Rails. Rails has got the ball. Shot is saved. Juicy rebound. Cannot be collected. What a huge on the fritz right now. I don't know why. Pass goes to Sherwin. Sherwin pass to Hawkins. Gets it back to Berkson. Now out to Kimbrough. Offside's called. And now it looks like we might have a Danvers player down hurt. Down on one knee is Kate Molina. Certainly hope she's okay. No scores yet here. Still knotted up at 1 as the two. So this will be a free kick, I believe, for Danvers coming out of the injury stoppage. Keeper herself kicks it, walled off by Kimbrough. Kimbrough immediately operating on the counterattack. Stops, passes back, but it's taken back by Cannon. Passed out to Rails, pass back to the middle to Cannon. Cannon centers it to Sherwin. Sherwin gets taken down from behind, and that's going to be a penalty call against Danvers. Hall taking the free kick for Brookline. Launches the kick. It deflects, and that one's in! Babette Hall gives Brookline back the lead, as that one had some fancy spin on it. Bounced off the goalie's legs and then spun into the net. A huge score for Brookline as they go back up 2-1 here in the second half. Pass back. And now Sturgeon tries to touch it through to Figueiredo. Figueiredo's pass gets through down to the far side. Centering pass knocked away and misses just wide. That was almost a costly deflection off of one of Brookline's own players. And instead, it's going to be a corner kick for Danvers. Ferrulo heading to the corner to kick this one. Line drive comes in, deflected away, and now Berkson clears it out. That's going to roll out of bounds, and that'll be Falcons' ball. Ferrulo, the quick throw-in. Scrumming for the ball, that's Freitas against Snyder. It's knocked out of bounds, stays with Danvers. Throw-in goes off the head of Figueiredo, off the boot of Kimbrough. Hall kicks it in the air. And now it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay Danvers' ball. About as far down in the end as they could get without getting a corner kick. Throw in. Knocked away. Cannon clears it back out of bounds. Brookline holding the lead. So they're just hoping to clear out and stall. As Cannon now boots this one upfield. Gets to Hawkins. Hawkins, touch pass for Rails. Rails working it up the field down the near side. Cut off by Elizabeth Owen, who knocks it out of bounds and gets the favorable deflection. Possession back to Danvers. Throw in. Deflects to Rails. Couldn't stay with it. Taken by Ferrulo. Ferrulo kicks it upfield. And taken back by Radke. Pass to Sherwin. Sherwin fighting against Figueiredo. Figueiredo knocks it loose. Goes into the open field where it's booted by Cannon. Walled off. Kimbrough comes in. Tries to touch it through for Hawkins. Too much touch on that one. And it's scooped up by the keeper. Booted in the air. Taken by Cannon. Cannon gets a pass through to Rails, but Rails is walled off. Pass goes out to Marielle and Owen. Pass back to number 18. Kick through, knocked away. 18 kicks it upfield once again. Now Christ, who kind of whiffed on her first kick, actually got a favor from that one as she got to clear it out cleanly. Now Hall trying to kick it, but it's walled off. This is Freitas passing it ahead for Sturgeon. Sturgeon with a big chance, launches one, and that one finds the back of the net. Sabina Sturgeon ties this one up once again. So we are once again knotted up at 2 apiece. And so now we're back to an equalized score. Radke tries to kick it upfield, and that's going to go out of bounds. So just like that, a very different outlook on this game. It goes from Brookline trying to hold the lead and run out the clock to now once again we're at equal standing, both teams trying to take back the lead. Throw in, gets to Sutherland. Sutherland trying to fight her way through the defenders, and it's booted out of bounds by Radke. Mariellen Owen throws it in. Knocked away by Sherwin. Owen kicks it again, goes to number 18. Tapped ahead, gets to Ferrulo. Ferrulo launches one high, and it one-hops into the arms of Cora Tracy. Tracy boots it. Bouncing along, it's downed by Addison Lamar. Or no, I had the colors wrong. That's Hazel Rails, and it's knocked out of bounds by Elizabeth Owen. Radke throws it in to Sherwin, tapped back to Radke, pass to the middle, finds Cannon. Cannon's pass slices a bit. Kimbrough trying to fight off multiple defenders to keep the ball, can't do it. It's taken by Figueiredo. Pass to Mariellen Owen, who draws the trip, and that'll be a free kick for Danvers. Number 9, Elizabeth Owen takes the free kick. Sutherland moves it over to Mariellen Owen, knocked away. Sherwin's pass gets to Rails. Rails' kick deflects a couple of times. Now stolen back by Rails, and we've got another penalty call against Brookline. Ferrulo long kick, and that's going to bounce past everybody out of bounds, and that's going to force a goal kick. Running out of time here. This one kicked, knocked in the air by Figueiredo. Danvers going on the attack, knocked away. Now a long shot from Ferrulo, bounces along. It wasn't a shot, it was just a deflected kick. Now knocked out of bounds by, I believe, Radke. Number 18, Kayla Houston, coming to throw this one in. Gets past Ferrulo, and it's taken by Sherwin. Sherwin racing the ball upfield. Now her kick is walled off by Sears. Sherwin takes it back. Sherwin trying to get up the far side, gets a pass. And that is going to be the end of the game. And that will be your final score here at Danvers High School in Danvers, Massachusetts. The Brookline High Warriors 2. The Danvers High Falcons 2. Brookline's 2 goal scorers on the day. Emily Snyder got one in the first half. Babette Hall scored in the second half. Danvers also got 1 goal in each half, both from Sabina Sturgeon. Well, I thank you all for tuning in this fine Saturday afternoon for high school JV girls soccer matchup. Hope you have enjoyed it, blinding sun, technical difficulties and all. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. If you have anything to say after the stream is over, I encourage you to go down below and say it in the comment section. You can also go down below to the description section of the video, where you can find all the information about our local charity Spotlight Language Virtual. If you're a high school student who knows a foreign language, you can sign up as a volunteer English language lesson tutor. If you or someone you know is a student in need of English language lessons, then they can also register for free as a student online. And if you just want to donate to the cause, you can do that as well. Link is in the description section down below. And if you check out the bottom right corner of your screen, you'll see the URL to my website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sportscasting services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Below that, my email address, jgms88@gmail.com, if you just want to contact me directly with any questions or requests you might have. And then below that, the URL to my Instagram account, instagram.com/jgms88. Follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this stream, that's going to do it. The final score, Brookline 2, Danvers 2. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good weekend.